You just used baking soda to rise the cake, and then used it to clean the toilet. And then you wonder, are you a chef, a plumber, or a doctor? Seriously, it's like this powder has a major identity crisis. One minute it's helping your cookies rise, and the next it's tackling the science experiment smell at the back of your fridge. Wow, talk about a versatile resume. Most things in your house stay in their own lane. A toothbrush cleans teeth. A hammer hits nails. Simple. But this stuff? It's everywhere. It wanders into your food, your cleaning supplies, and even your medicine cabinet without ever changing its name. So how does one tiny white powder become the hero of so many unrelated stories? The strangest part isn't that it does so many things. It's that every single one of those magic tricks begins with the exact same reaction. And this is QC Project Simple Things. With so many different jobs, you'd think baking soda was some complex, high-tech blend engineered in a top-secret lab. But the truth is much more elegant and a lot simpler. It isn't a mix at all. It's a single, solitary compound, sodium bicarbonate. That's the beauty of it. Whether it's helping your cake reach for the sky, sitting in your toothpaste, or calming a sour stomach, it's always the exact same molecule. It doesn't put on a costume or change its identity depending on where you put it. It's just itself. The reason it travels so effortlessly through your life is because it possesses one quiet but world-changing talent. It is a mild base. That might sound like chemistry homework, but here is the only thing you need to know. It is a peacekeeper. It's not a separate cleaner, medicine, and baking ingredient. It's just one substance with one master skill that happens to be useful everywhere. Long before we had white coats and lab reports, the ancient Egyptians were already using this stuff like a prehistoric Swiss Army knife. They found it in dried-up lake beds and called it natron. They didn't have a PhD in chemistry, but they knew one thing. This dusty salt was pure magic for preserving mummies, scrubbing teeth, and making glass. They didn't need a formula, they just needed results. It's a recurring theme in human history. We usually figure out that something works centuries before we bother to ask why. Baking soda is the perfect example. For ages, it was valued for its survival skills, not its chemical structure. It wasn't until 1791 that science finally caught up with intuition. Nicolas Leblanc found a way to turn salt and limestone into a cousin of our favorite powder, and shortly after, Valentin Rose officially isolated pure sodium bicarbonate. The mysterious mineral finally got a name tag and a clear identity. Despite its many faces, baking soda's real secret is hidden in a single number. pH 8.3. It sits in the Goldilocks zone of chemistry, not too aggressive, but just reactive enough to be an instigator. The moment it meets an acid, it doesn't hesitate. It acts. That reaction is the entire plot of the story. Acid meets base, and boom! Water forms, salt remains, and CO2 gas is set free. From the outside, it looks like magic. In a cake, it's fluffiness. In the fridge, it's freshness. But deep down, it's the exact same chemical script playing out over and over. This is the key. Baking soda doesn't have a different trick for every room. It doesn't know if it's in a bowl of pancake batter or sitting at the back of a stinky fridge. It's a simple molecule with a simple mission. It finds an acid, it reacts, and it moves on. Same molecule, same reaction, just a different stage every time. The most famous stage for baking soda is, of course, your mixing bowl. But it can't perform solo. It needs a partner, specifically an acidic one. Whether it's buttermilk, lemon juice, or even a splash of chocolate, these ingredients bring the spark. The moment they touch the white powder, the countdown begins. CO2 gas starts exploding into millions of tiny bubbles throughout your batter. Picture those bubbles as millions of microscopic hot air balloons. They try to escape, but they get trapped by the gluten and starch. As the heat of the oven kicks in, the structure sets around these pockets of air. What started as invisible chemistry becomes a visible miracle, a pancake that lifts, a bread that softens, and a cake that feels like a cloud instead of a delicious brick. This is why baking soda is a team player. Without that acidic spark, it's just dormant. It's the key difference from baking powder, which is more like an all-in-one kit. Baking soda needs a mission, a partner, and a reaction to truly take flight. Baking soda doesn't just live in your mixing bowl. Once you start looking around, you'll realize it's a tactical generalist. It tackles greasy messes, neutralizes fridge odors, and even calms a rebellious stomach. At first, these look like random life hacks, but they are much more strategic than they seem. Most household grime and bad smells have one thing in common. They are acidic. Baking soda doesn't just cover up a smell with a perfume, it's an acid trap. It reacts with those volatile compounds, blunting their edge and turning a stinky mess into a neutral, odorless salt. It doesn't hide the problem, it disarms it. The same mission happens in your stomach, just with more drama. Stomach acid is a heavy hitter, so when baking soda meets it, the neutralization is fast and loud. Carbon dioxide is released, and that heroic burp you feel, that's just invisible chemistry giving you a sigh of relief. But it has a physical side too. On the Mohs scale of hardness, baking soda sits at about 2.5, softer than your fingernail. This makes it a gentle giant of cleaning. It's gritty enough to scrub away the dirt, but soft enough to leave your surfaces without a single scratch. One simple molecule, one consistent behavior, serving every room in the house. Here is the strangest part. This powder didn't start in a sterile lab or a modern kitchen. It's actually a ghost from a vanished world. About 50 million years ago, massive prehistoric lakes evaporated, leaving their chemical soul behind in the form of a mineral called trona. Deep under the plains of Wyoming, these vast deposits sit like a buried landscape, waiting for their moment. Today, miners travel deep into massive tunnel systems to bring this ancient geology to the surface. Long before it sat in your cupboard next to the sugar, it was part of the Earth's bones. In the mid-1800s, the world finally figured out how to mass-produce it, giving birth to a factory icon. But there's a catch to being this useful. The orange box grew so familiar, so ordinary, that we started to take its magic for granted. It became a background character in our lives, and that is exactly when an everyday object becomes easiest to underestimate, when it's so reliable that you stop noticing it's even there. Baking soda often gets a reputation for being gentle, the kind of stuff that just sits in your fridge or helps your cookies look pretty. But don't let that mild personality fool you. This humble powder has a secret double life. It's not just for domestic chores. It's a heavy hitter when the stakes are high. It's a firefighter, for one. When it meets heat in a fire extinguisher, it releases a blanket of CO2 to smother the flames. It was even a silent hero in the Manhattan Project, helping workers deal with uranium poisoning. And for elite athletes, it's their secret weapon, acting as a chemical shield against the acid burn in their muscles during a sprint. It's even being studied as a wingman for antibiotics to help them fight bacteria more effectively. This doesn't mean baking soda is some kind of magical dust. It just shows that when you have a simple, reliable talent, the world will always find a new and bigger stage for you to perform on. Well, a little reward for you who have stayed until this far. The actual manual for this 50-million-year-old molecule. Forget the science. Here is exactly how you make it work. When you want to neutralize something, it's all about direct contact. If the fridge smells, leave the box open to let the air touch the powder. If a pan is greasy, mix the powder with a little water into a thick paste and let it sit directly on the mess. If your stomach is burning, dissolve a spoonful in a glass of water and drink it immediately. No contact, no results. But when you want to lift a cake, it's all about the sequence. Always mix the powder into your dry flour first. Don't let it touch the liquid acid like lemon or buttermilk until the very last second before the tray goes into the oven. The moment they meet, the clock starts ticking. One rule: contact for cleaning, sequence for baking. That is how you master the orange box. This is what makes baking soda such a satisfying object to notice. It was never designed to solve 100 problems. Humans simply kept finding new places where its one quiet talent mattered. We ignore the orange box because it looks plain and cheap, but remember, the most ordinary things are often the ones we understand the least. Sometimes, what changes the world isn't complexity, it's precision. Baking soda isn't a collection of clever tricks. It is one single, precise reaction meeting a world that happens to be full of acids. It doesn't try to be everything, it just stays consistent. And maybe that is why baking soda feels larger than it looks. The fact that you have traveled 50 million years with me to reach this final moment is proof of something important, that your curiosity is far sharper than the world gives you credit for. You've earned a new perspective on the most ordinary object in your home, and that is a reward in itself. If you enjoyed this story, tell us in the comments what simple thing we should explore next. Your idea might become our next episode. And this is QC Project, Simple Things. Thank you for watching. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the simple things in everyday life. Because what you see is never the whole story. There's always something deeper beneath the surface. See you in the next one.